Good morning and welcome to Palomitas FM, the radio station of La Paloma School. Get ready, here we go.
Good morning and welcome to Palomitas FM. Today we have a very special guest. My dad Steve. He is from England and has lived in Spain for about 20 years. He teaches English and also writes songs and play music as a hobby. Let's learn more about him.
Can't run away from you, at least it could. Lights, action, show.
Hello Steve, welcome.
Hello, good morning. Good morning to all of you. Hello. You got some questions for me?
Yes.
Nothing too complicated, please.
Where in England are you from?
That's an easy question. I can answer that very easily. I'm from the northeast of England, from a county, which would be the equivalent of the province here in Spain, called Yorkshire. It's from North Yorkshire, and I'm from a town called Harrogate, which is a lovely, it's about the same size as Guadalajara, but it's a tourist town. There's no industry. It's beautiful. Next question.
What do you miss most about your country?
Well, obviously I have to firstly say my mum, obviously, and my family, but then in the context of like English culture, I don't miss the food. Food is much better here. But I don't know, I miss the more social aspect of going out with my friends, for example. Here, most of my friends, my Spanish friends, they don't live here in Azuqueca, so you have to go in the car, and it's different. We eat, we socialize, but you know, I miss my friends as well.
How's the economy over there?
I'm not an economist, but my recent visit to England, I would say the economy is struggling like most European countries, and specifically because of Brexit. The price of everything has gone up. The cost of living has gone up because they now need to pay tax imports. So now everything is very, very, very expensive. Fish and chips, the cultural dish of England, now costs about, if it's takeaway, it costs about £12. But a friend of mine had it inside in a restaurant, and it cost him £55 with a drink. So that gives you an idea of how expensive things are. I suppose salaries have gone up, I don't know.
What kind of music do you like?
I love all types of music except reggaeton. I'm not a big fan of reggaeton over here, but I love jazz, I love rock, I love ambient, I love instrumentals, specifically soundtracks. If it's good music, it's good music, right?
When did you start playing music?
When did I start playing music? I was slightly older than Diana, because Diana now has started playing the piano. I was about 11 years old. One of my mum's friends gave me a keyboard, and I started to teach myself how to play keyboard. And then at 16, I started playing the guitar.
What instrument do you play?
I'm going to give you an expression in English. I'm a jack of all trades and master of none. I play practically most instruments, but I'm not a maestro of any of them.
What traditional food do you recommend we try if we visit England?
I've already mentioned fish and chips, but everybody knows that. I'm not sure if Ellie likes fish and chips. If they're good fish and chips, they're good, but you can go to a good restaurant or a bad restaurant. There's also something called shepherd's pie, which is minced meat with potato. It's very traditional. I think in Spanish you call it pastel de carne. There's a lot of good traditional English food that Spanish people overlook because when they go to England, they typically go to McDonald's, Burger King, Spanish restaurants. I don't know why. Spanish food in England is not good. I've tried it.
Do you like teaching English?
Yes. It's fun. It's mainly fun because I get to use my own language. That's why my Spanish is not improved that much. But yeah, I love teaching English. I teach mainly teenagers and adults. So I can specifically relate a lot to the teenage and the adults. We have good conversations. But yeah, I love my job. It's good. But if I won the lottery, I might retire.
What did you work for in England?
What did I do as a job in England?
Yeah.
I didn't do very much because I was a student really. In England it's typical to go to university and work at the same time, and in fact it's quite typical to start working early part time. And I was from 15 to 20 I was a waiter in a Chinese restaurant. And then later, whilst I was at university, I did cleaning, etc. But then later, when I finished university, to make some money, I worked in a hotel where I met Diana's mum. And that's why I'm here in Spain.
How many albums have you recorded?
Woo! How many albums? I don't know, I'd have to check Spotify. Probably about around 15, I think. 15, between 15 and 20. I can't remember. I'll have to count that. But yeah, 15 or 20. It's a hobby. I try to do one every year. But work, children, friends, family, they take up your time. So yeah. But yeah, I've done about, no, I'll go for 20. Okay.
Do all your albums have the same style?
No. I'm a big fan of David Bowie. Probably no one's ever heard of him.
Ground control to Major Tom.
But he liked to change styles, and so I do that too. I do instrumental, I do ambient, I do electronic, I do rock. I've done even a few jazz things, blues, acoustic. That was Bowie's biggest influence on me, to change styles, because it's a bit boring if you do the same all the time, for the artist.
Is it easy being a musician?
A musician?
Yeah.
It's easier being a musician than a teacher. But I get paid to be a teacher. I don't get paid to be a musician. But yeah, my family, my ancestors date back to the 18th century, and we've all been involved in music. That's why I wanted Diana also to be involved in music. We've always had some kind of musical background, even if it was just a musical shop selling instruments. We've always had some kind of relationship with music.
Now let's listen to a song of my dad.
Great, it's going to be wonderful.
Sat inside your room at night. I think it's something free. Making sure that you're not loved. I'll wear this on me. Are you good at what you do? How well I know you don't show me. If you are, I promise you now, I want the whole world to see. Looking at other people, what do you see that is so bad? Just another rock and roll kid playing in an old band. But you know you're loving someone who used to pretend to be square. And if there's a party going on, you're guaranteed not to be there. Some people are strange,
Thank you for being here today. It was great to talk with you, and thank you all for listening to Palomitas FM. See you next time.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.